so first you're going to need to draw your vanishing point. Then we are going to use that vanishing point to draw the sides of the walls for your room. So we know that everything has to line up to that vanishing point. So you're going to just take your ruler and you can connect it to the corners of your paper to make it extra easy. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we need to make the back wall of our bedroom. So I'm gonna take those lines that we drew and I'm gonna draw a line across like this, one like this. You want them to be parallel, which means that they would never touch each other if they kept going forever, okay? So you might need to erase some things later, so make sure that you're doing it as lightly as you can. Okay, so I'm gonna fix a couple of spots. There we go, there's the back wall of my room, okay? Now, we're gonna use these lines right here as the edges of our room. We don't need these lines anymore. That was just to make sure that it connected with the vanishing point, okay? But you need your vanishing point. Don't get rid of your vanishing point. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we need to add some furniture. If you can visualize right now, this is the back wall, this is the floor, the ceiling, and then these are the side walls, okay? So let's draw a door on the side. Let's say that I have a door right here. This line, and then you need another one for the other side of the door, okay? But to do this line, you need to make sure it lines up with your vanishing point. So you can line up your ruler, draw a straight line, okay? So if you look at this one is straight like this. This one right here is not parallel with this one because we're on the side of the room where this line needs to line up to right here. This one lines up to here, okay? Now what we're gonna do, let's draw a bed, okay? So let's say the backboard of the bed is right here on the wall, okay? It's in the middle of the room. Okay, and you have your mattress. Let's say this is the mattress right here, okay? The sides of the bed need to line up with the vanishing point, okay? So you're going to line up this point with the mattress that you just drew, and you're gonna draw it until you want it to stop. So let's say I want my bed to come out to here. Gonna do the same thing. Line this up to right here. As I'm drawing my room, I'm gonna need to erase a lot of lines, okay? This one, because it's vertical, it's gonna go straight up and down. Oh. Okay, so I'm erasing this, and you can tell that I have my bed, okay? Then you can add all your details, which we'll do later, okay? I have a bed. I'm gonna draw a little side table right here, okay? So I'm going to draw the front of my end table like this, okay? I want to put a little drawer maybe on it or something like that. Okay, these corners need to line up to this, okay? So I'm gonna line this up to my corner, draw a line, line this up to my corner, draw a line, line this one up to the corner again, and then you can just connect them like a cube. Okay, so that's how you know that this is perfectly in line with this. Okay, now let's do the floor. If I have tile floor, all of these lines need to line up to my vanishing point, okay? So first one in the middle is going to be straight. But then as I move it, it's going to change. Okay, so I can make it tile by doing some straight lines across. But as it gets closer, you want them to get a little bit smaller because they're farther away. All right, there you go. Okay, let's do a window on this side. Okay, so these lines are going to be parallel. But these on the edge, we need to check. This one right here, and do right here, and this one, you can line this up and go right here. I'm gonna divide my window. There we go. Okay, let's do a tricky one. Let's do a desk. Okay, so let's put a desk right here. All right, so first I'm gonna draw the front of the desk. I want the desk to be about right here and come off of the wall to about right here, okay? But to get the rest of my desk, I need to line up these corners with the dot and draw back as far as I want to go with my desk. Okay, this line needs to be parallel with this line, so I'm going to draw the line right here. Okay, then you just add your feet, or your legs, your legs. Okay, then I can add some drawers. This I need to line up to here to make sure the front looks right. Okay, and then you can erase this. Okay. If you're drawing something back here, you can pretty much draw it how you normally would. Now we're adding details, okay? The more details you have, the more interesting this is gonna be to look at, okay? So I want you to add as many details as you can come up with for your room. If you have posters or pictures, try to put those in there. Okay, so I've added a lot of details to my room. I want you guys to add lots and lots of details. You can tell the more I add the details, the more interesting my picture is to look at. So please add as many details as you can. Remember that that's part of the rubric, that you need to put a lot of effort into what you're putting in your room. So this is my room right here. I need to check and make sure that everything is going back to this vanishing point. Don't erase this. This is super, super important. If you erase this, you're gonna have issues, okay? So let's just double check. We'll use the ruler to double check everything. Remember, it's the lines that are going back into space that are converging with this point are the ones that we need to check, okay? This part is not going back in space. It's these two lines that are going back in space. It's not the end of the bed, it's these lines that are going back here, okay? This isn't going back into space, but if it was 3D, let me give you an example. If you could see the top of it, you could have these corners showing to make it a little bit more realistic. Okay, so if you wanted to show the top of my bed right there, then you could see that these lines right here are going back into space, so they would need to line up with this right here, okay? All right, I'm gonna show you another example. This one was pretty easy, but if you think that you can do the one in the middle, then I want you to try something a little different. So I'm going to pick a vanishing point right here, okay? So that means that I am looking up this direction where my horizon line would be, okay? So from here, I'm going to do the sides of the room, line up with my corners. Okay, I'm gonna do the same drawing that we just did, but with this perspective, okay? Okay, so if you look at the difference between this drawing and this drawing, is that they are the same, except one has a different perspective than the other one. You can tell that this one is pretty straight on, but then this one, it kind of looks like the person's coming from above looking at them while they're watching the room or looking at the room. Okay, so if you pick a different vanishing point, it can really affect how the room looks. If you look in this one, you can tell that you can see a lot of what's on top, and this one you can see more of what's on the side, if that makes sense. There's less of this here than in this one right here.